Unaware he owned the company her entire family worked for. Wife poured dirty water on husband at the gala, calling him a loser. What he did next crushed them completely. Welcome back to Queen Esther Tales, where true human nature is revealed not in words, but in actions. Today's story is about a man who was mocked, humiliated, and publicly shamed by the very woman he loved, all because she thought he was a nobody. What she didn't know was that he owned the very company her entire family depended on. This is the story of Daniel, a gentle man who hid his wealth to find genuine love, and Maria, his wife, who craved status more than she craved kindness. Their choices led to a moment so shocking, it crushed an entire family. Sit back and listen closely. Daniel grew up in a world where wealth came easily, but sincerity did not. His father, the late CEO of Hamilton Industries, left him everything: factories, stores, logistics branches, and thousands of employees. But Daniel was tired of people loving him for his last name. So he lived simply, dressed simply, spoke humbly. He worked quietly in the company's administrative unit, not as the CEO, but as a regular staff, observing everything. That was when he met Maria. She was beautiful, confident, and always surrounded by admirers. She worked at the same company, though she never knew Daniel owned it. Maria loved flashy things, luxury, recognition. But Daniel believed that love could change a person. And maybe, just maybe, she would love him for who he was, not for the empire he inherited. They married within a year. But from the day they moved in together, something felt wrong. Maria constantly compared Daniel to her friends' husbands, the ones with fancy cars, big houses, social status. Meanwhile, Daniel continued pretending to be just an ordinary staff. He took public transport. He packed lunch. He avoided attention. Maria constantly mocked him. Why can't you be more successful? My family works so hard at Hamilton Industries. If only you were ambitious. Sometimes I feel I'm married beneath me. Her words stung, but Daniel remained gentle. He wanted to see how far her heart could go. Would she choose love or pride? One day, Maria's family was invited to the Hamilton Annual Gala. It was the biggest event of the year, where the chairman revealed new promotions and rewarded outstanding staff. Maria's family prepared beautifully. Her father polished his shoes. Her mother bought a new gown. Her brothers rehearsed how they would speak to the prestigious CEO. Maria, she only had one plan: make her husband feel small in front of real achievers. She didn't know she was about to humiliate the one man her entire family answered to. The gala hall glittered. Golden chandeliers hung overhead. Music filled the air. Guests wore their best outfits. Maria arrived in a shimmering silver dress. Daniel wore a plain black suit. Immediately, Maria sneered. You see, this is why people look down on you. Could you not afford a better suit? Daniel simply smiled. He held her hand. She snatched it back. Inside, every staff member waited eagerly for the arrival of the CEO, a mysterious man very few had seen publicly. Maria leaned toward her mother. She whispered loudly enough for many to hear. At least when the CEO shows up, we will see what real men look like, unlike mine. Daniel felt the sting, but he stayed silent. The event began. Managers spoke. Department heads presented. Then came the highlight: the introduction of the CEO of Hamilton Industries. The lights dimmed. A spotlight pointed toward the stage. Guests murmured, "Where is he? You think he's an old man. No one knows his face." Maria whispered, "I wish the CEO could hire someone like him for me instead." Then, a familiar figure walked slowly toward the stage. Maria's jaw dropped. Her parents froze. The entire hall gasped. It was Daniel, her husband, the man she mocked, the man she abused, the man she shamed. But she didn't know yet, not until the host announced, "Ladies and gentlemen, your CEO, the owner of Hamilton Industries, Mr. Daniel Hamilton." Maria's knees trembled. Her brothers stared in horror. Her father quietly whispered, "Oh dear God." But Maria, driven by pride, made the biggest mistake of her life. Instead of apologizing, Maria stormed toward Daniel. In front of executives, employees, media, she grabbed a glass bowl filled with water used for floral decorations. Dirty, murky water. And she poured it on Daniel. Gasps filled the room. Camera flashes went wild. Maria screamed, "You liar! You pretended to be poor just to embarrass me. You're a fraud, Daniel. A loser." Water dripped from his hair. His suit soaked. The entire hall silent. Slowly, Daniel raised his head. His voice calm, steady, cold. "Maria, you have shown your true heart today. Not to me, but to everyone." He turned to the crowd. "This woman, my wife, valued wealth more than kindness, status more than loyalty, pride more than love." Maria's parents rushed to kneel before him, begging forgiveness. Her brothers collapsed in shame. They knew their jobs, their future, their family depended entirely on him. But Daniel wasn't done. Daniel breathed deeply. Then he made 3 announcements. 1. Maria was no longer his wife. He removed the ring she gave him. A marriage built on pride cannot stand. 2. Her family's positions in the company would be reviewed. Not fired, but evaluated based on merit, not connection. 3. The company would begin a new program. Kindness over status initiative, rewarding employees who showed compassion, teamwork, and humility. The hall erupted in applause. Maria sobbed on the floor, her glittering dress losing its shine. Her pride shattered. Daniel walked past her, calm, dignified. He never looked back. Maria later tried begging. She wrote letters, visited his office, asked for a second chance. But Daniel had learned the deepest truth. Some people love the crown, not the king. Some love the shine, not the soul. He moved on. Quietly, gracefully. A year later, he married again. This time to a woman who met him in a community project. She knew nothing about his wealth, only his heart. Maria. She eventually found a simple job. Her family, humbled, rebuilt their lives. They never forgot the lesson. Respect everyone. You never know who people truly are. Final moral lessons. A love built on status will collapse. A humility is more precious than wealth. And never look down on anyone. Your destiny may be in their hands. A true character reveals itself when you think no one is watching. What would you do if your spouse humiliated you in public? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We are reading every one. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another powerful story. Your engagement supports the channel and helps us create more emotionally charged episodes like this.